What's up everyone? The Danger Pack, the much anticipated Pack 6 is coming out tomorrow. So I wanted to send off the last update with this special run, which is a level 3 slot, and I actually managed to get it in Star Pack, which is something I've personally never done. I don't remember anyone else doing it as well, so I was very happy with this run. So if you do like what you see today, I really hope that you subscribe. So what do we have going in the early game? It's actually quite standard really. We are going to go for double level ups as you do with any other pack. The particular shtick with pack 3 is having a level 3 unit that you can put seaweed on, so we're going to work towards that. We're going to make this pillbug into a level 3. We also get a level up into an orangutan, which I believe is what we're going to take. We also take the guinea pig, which is another easy level 3, or at least relatively easy compared to the other pets we might potentially get up to level 3. So I think this turn works out pretty well. We have one big unit, we have one medium-sized unit, which actually gets a little bit chunky because of the orangutan buff. And hopefully we are not too weak and we don't lose that much early on in the game. When you get the sloth, it's very difficult to stabilize. You typically do need the extra hearts in order to succeed. So us losing that particular turn is actually super unfortunate. What is at least fortunate though is the fact that we find a second orangutan from the level up. And we also are going to have yet another level up next turn, level 3 pillbug, which is absolutely incredible for us. As we pick up this very crucial turn right here, we're not the strongest currently, but I do believe that this turn we're going to spike a little bit in team strength as we pick up the seaweed. Getting a clownfish from the level up as well is actually extremely crucial too. If you don't know, the Star Pack Arena, as we find the slot by the way in the shop, the Star Pack Arena experience is basically just find clownfish, find ammonite, find hamster, find ostrich, and you combine all of these 4 pets together and you're basically unbeatable. No one else can beat you, only people that can beat you are strictly better versions of your team. Which, you know, when you have a level 3 slot on your team, you're kind of likely to be a strictly worse version of other people's teams, but at the same time you have the slot that believes in you, and because of that belief we actually level up into a second clownfish right here, which is an incredibly good start to the run. We have only lost a single heart so far as well, so we're doing super well tempo wise. Honestly, seaweed just carrying the entire team right here. We have one big unit that reduces the HP of their other guys, and there are small units can clean up after that, so that is perfect for us. We do find the level up right here. I am going to look for a lollipop for the orangutan first so we can get a big guy. Unfortunately we don't find it immediately, so we're going to take the level. We're going to put some cheese on the clownfish as it is going to be the unit that stays on the team the longest. A little bit difficult to position this, but I think this is good enough, and hopefully we continue winning. Even those I think would be pretty decent, as we are going to build a very good team going into the late game. We face a Leech Triceratops team here, which is kind of scary had we faced it 2 or 3 turns into the future, but as things stand currently we are strong enough to win this turn, which is absolutely perfect. I might buy this pair onto the pillbug, getting it to over 10 attack and hoping that we find a starfish to give us an incredible amount of buffs. And if it doesn't happen, it's still nice to have 2 extra attack on the pillbug at the front. Makes it easier for us to win a couple of turns. We're going to buff up the clownfish a little bit as well. Orangutans, we don't really care where they buff if it's not on the clownfish, because all of the other units are going to be sold eventually. This team looks a little scary, but thankfully we do manage to just barely win there with a single orangutan standing. So we're going to pick up our levels. You might have noticed that we have not brought in this slot onto the team just yet, and that is because I kind of want to bring in the other components first. So here is the ostrich, the second piece that we need, it's going to be relatively easy for us to find a hamster, I think, so we can bring in the sloth right now, I'm pretty sure. Deciding what to sell for it. I kind of want to keep the orangutan because it's going to buff up the sloth and the ostrich a bit if we manage to greed it. And thankfully we find the hamster as well in the shop. So we might even sell out of the guinea pig. Here we go, I'm thinking about it. It's kind of a difficult decision to make because the guinea pig already had a sausage on it, so it was giving us 1 free roll, but it doesn't really compare to the 2 free rolls from the hamster if we look at it from a long-term standpoint. So we do pivot to double hamster. Our team became incredibly weak right here. Our only unit of sizable stature is the clownfish, and hopefully it's going to be good enough for us to win a turn or two. Unfortunately, we didn't really have a chance against this team, so we do drop a heart. We're going to start struggling a little bit while we scale up, but once we do find some chocolates and some stats from the ostrich, I think we're going to be good to go for a little while. Not to mention that we're still looking for our beloved ammonite. Here we're going to take a chocolate on the ostrich. We can find some hamsters relatively easily because they do spawn in the shop. It is tier 5 after all, as we do find a hamster. And we are going to continue rolling for the guys that we want to see. We find yet another hamster. It might be a little bit excessive. We're most likely combining the 2 hamsters we have on the team next turn. But it's also not that bad of an idea to go for the level 3 as well. Here we just barely lose by 4 HP, which was extremely unfortunate. That would have been a great turn to get the draw on. So we are down to 2 hearts. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little difficult to stabilize. But a level 2 hamster is a good start. It also gives us some stats from the clownfish. We get a trigger from the ostrich as well. And now we just look for the ammonite, I'm pretty sure, as we find yet another chocolate, so ostrich is going to become a level 2. We're going to take some tier 6s in the shop because once we level up we're going to find 2 extra because of the level up mechanics, and therefore we can trigger the roll from the ostrich. So that's a very nice way to manipulate how many triggers you can get from an ostrich in a single turn. And here we go, we finally find the ammonite, so we're going to take it. The good thing about having the ammonite with the sloth on the team is that sloth is actually going to transform into a very useful mimic octopus in the battle. So it's going to be helping us quite a lot actually. Whereas in other packs, sloth would just be a detriment. Here we can actually make some use out of it. We can pump it with some stats with the ostrich, and then we can give it some nice equipment, and then the ammonite will transform it for us. Here we don't get a great selection. Maybe the best pick would be the Yggdrasil fruit, but I do take the popcorn on the ostrich, I believe. I was hoping for a mushroom on ammonite or a melon on hamster or sloth, but we're going to settle for this. The good thing about popcorn is that ostrich can potentially give us an orca, and orca can give us anything. It can even give us another eagle that gives us another orca. So this popcorn, you never know, it might give us an infinite combo that wins the turn. So we're going to be quite happy with it, I think. We're going to continue scaling up. Sloth is now level 2, a little bit risky picking up so many chocolates. Maybe it's better for us to just secure a strong team first, and only then do we worry about the level ups. But we do also have only 3 wins left to go, so time is not on our side, unfortunately. We're going to pick up the star fruit. It is a melon this time, which is perfect. We're going to place it on the hamster. And we're going to continue rolling. Here's another chocolate for the sloth, and hopefully we find another one by the end of the turn. There it is. We're going to pick that up as well. A normal team would have given the chocolates to the hamster, and therefore it could have gotten a lot more scaling and a lot more rolls this turn. So we are being a little bit greedy, but hopefully it's still good enough for us to win the turn. And via the popcorn we actually do. We get a piranha that gets the victory for us. All we need now is a single more chocolate and the level 3 will be acquired. In the meantime though, we can focus on a level 2 ammonite as well. We can focus on a level 3 hamster. I think this chocolate will go on the sloth, I believe, because it's not super likely that we find the chocolate next turn. Here we go, sloth is level 3, so hopefully we just win 2 more times and we can call it a day. We still have a heart remaining as well, so we can afford to lose at least 1 more time. Let's see how things go. This team is actually just a strictly better version of our own team, so we're going to lose this turn, unfortunately. Yeah, we get Piranha again from the popcorn, but it's still not good enough. Not a single Orca spawn in sight. We're going to take another perk, hopefully another protective one like a lemon or melon. We do get Yggdrasil fruit or pancakes. Pancakes is probably good enough. Cheese is going to be useless for us, so we just replace it. And hopefully we manage to get a couple of ostrich triggers as well. If we can scale up, I do believe we're going to be in a good spot. Also, getting a level up on the ammonite would be a pretty big upgrade, and speaking of which, here it is. Could also take the level on the hamster and roll 6 more times. That would give us some ostrich triggers and some ammonite roll stats, but I don't believe that's necessary. Here we go for the level 2 ammonite. We get the lucky trigger with the ostrich to end the turn. And hopefully this is going to be strong enough to win, right? It's getting kinda scary now. Which turn is it? Turn 15, I believe. Yet another team that is similar to ours, but thankfully we do manage to remove all of their equipment. And it's still gonna be kinda close actually. Like, look at this, only the clownfish barely surviving, the ostrich barely surviving, and this is going to be, I believe, the final turn. We're going to go for tier 6s here because a single chocolate on the hamster is going to give us the ostrich trigger we're looking for. And I do believe it's quite likely to us to find a single chocolate with 14 gold. Unfortunately isn't looking too great, but here we go, we finally do manage to find it. We get some extra experience with the clownfish as well. And we're going to be finishing off relatively shortly as soon as we finish rolling for the turn. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.
You